What up? Here's another video by Efi's voice, and here goes another video. I'm making another video tonight. Title of this video. Here goes this video. Silence speaks volumes. I made this video before, but I want to wrap a little points up together and make a better video with more direct points and stuff. So here I go. Your breath. Silence speaks volumes. Your breath. Silence speaks volumes. Or silence speaks volumes, your breath. Silence speaks volumes, your breath. You know, your breath is your voice. We're a breath that manifests the physical. But you got to remember that silence speaks volumes. Silence speaks volumes, your breath. Your breath will basically say everything you need to and have to say. Silence speaks volumes, your breath. Your breath will basically say everything that you need to and have to say. There's going to be a time when you should talk and speak a little, speak. And when that time comes, you make sure that you speak. But just remember that silence speaks volumes. You're not supposed to talk all the time because silence speaks volumes, and your breath will say everything you need to and have to say. When it's time to talk and you speak up, and you talk or you speak and you speak. So just realize that silence speaks volumes. Your breath will basically say everything you need to and have to say. Silence speaks volumes. Your breath will say everything you need to and have to say. You have an eternal voice because silence speaks volumes. You have an eternal voice. You are always understood, heard, and felt because silence speaks volumes. And your breath will say everything you need to and have to say. There's going to be a time when you're supposed to talk because it's not good to stay silent all the time. You have to talk sometimes. When the time is right for you to talk, you make sure you talk. It's not good to stay silent all the time because there's a time for talking and a time for silence. So when the time is for you to talk, make sure you talk. Whenever that time comes, make sure you talk. But silence speaks volumes. Your breath will say everything you need to and have to say. Silence speaks volumes. Your breath will say everything you need to and have to say. So you don't ever worry about not being heard, not being felt, not being seen, not being understood, because silence speaks volumes. Silence speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. It resonates in the universe. And you have an eternal voice through your breath, and just realize that silence speaks volumes. Your breath will say everything you need to and have to say. There's going to be a time when you're supposed to talk. When the time is right for you to talk, make sure you talk. But just remember that silence speaks volumes. Your breath will say everything you need to and have to say. You don't have to worry about not being understood, heard, or felt, because silence speaks volumes, and your breath will say everything you need to and have to say. When it's time to talk, when the time comes for you to talk, and you're supposed to talk, make sure you talk. It's good to talk when you're supposed to talk. When that time comes, do that. So that's what this video is about. Silence speaks volumes. Your breath will say everything you need to and have to say. So don't worry about being not being heard, not being felt, not being understood, because silence speaks volumes. Your breath will say everything you need to and have to say. You're still heard, you're still felt, you're still understood. But there is a time for you to talk, and when the time comes for you to talk, you're not supposed to be silent all the time. Talk. Make sure you talk and put a cap on everything you're thinking about when you're silent. So talk a little bit, so it puts a cap on everything you were saying when you were silent. But just realize that silence speaks volumes. When your breath will say everything you need to and have to say. Don't worry about being not heard or felt. You're still heard and felt. So just realize that when the time comes for you to talk, make sure you talk, because you're not supposed to be silent all the time. You're supposed to talk sometimes. When it's time is for you to talk, make sure you talk. But remember that silence speaks volumes. Silence speaks volumes. Your breath will say everything you need to have to say. But when it's time so you're still heard, you're still felt, you're still understood, you still get your point across, you still, and when you're silent, you can center yourself, you can rebound, you can recollect, you can analyze, you can stabilize, and you do all that by being silent. So you do a lot by being silent. You can get comfortable and feel good. So just realize that Silence speaks volumes. Your breath will say everything you need to and have to say. So don't worry about not being heard, felt, or understood. Because silence speaks volumes. Your breath will say everything you need to and have to say. You're still heard, you're still felt, you're still seen, you're still understood. You can stabilize, recollect, analyze, get comfortable, do all that by being silent. When the time comes for you to talk, make sure you talk so you can put a cap on everything you said while you were silent, and that's how you should work it. You're gonna maybe sometimes you're gonna talk when the time is for you to talk so you can put a cap on everything you said when you were silent, so you can put a cap on it. So all right, that's the video for now. Have a great day. Peace.